Hey guys, so today I am doing this look for you guys. It is a full heavy glow look. I was very inspired by the whole Victoria's Secret look. Since the fashion show is tonight, I'm not a big fan of the fashion show. That's a different story. Anyways, not a big fan of the fashion show, but I do love the glowy, smoldery, sexy look that the Victoria's Secret models are infamous for. So I kind of tried to recreate it, and yeah, just super dewy skin, but it is oily skin friendly dewy face. So what that means is basically when you see a lot of dewy skin tutorials, you see a lot of highlighter underneath your foundation, illuminating primers and oils and stuff, and a lot of that stuff isn't oily or combo oily skin friendly. So I wanted to show you guys my routine for when I want super, you can see my highlight from outer space, glowy skin, but it's still going to be oily skin friendly. So if you want to just see the products I use and all that, I'm gonna have the tutorial part at the end, but if you want to hear my explanations behind what I use and what I do, then just keep watching. So to me, the key is to just do your normal foundation routine. Everybody has their own, especially with oily skin. You know what works for you. You know what primers, setting sprays, setting foundation or foundations, setting powders, all of that. You know what works for you. So just do your normal routine to keep your skin matte, and then go in and add highlight. And I will say the most important part of this for me is Urban Decay De-Slick Makeup Setting Spray. I didn't spray this on my face in the video, but I use this every single day. It's almost gone, but I've had this for a few months, so I get a lot of use out of this guy, and I love this because it is oil controlling, but it kind of acts like Fix Plus in that it emphasizes what's already on my face. So it is perfect because it keeps my glow there. It doesn't mattify, so it keeps my glow there, and it keeps me from getting oily all day. So this, if you have oily skin, this is going to be your best friend. So anyways, back to what I was saying. So just do your foundation routine like normal. If you have a good foundation that keeps your skin matte through the day, just use it. Just start with a matte base. I love my NYX Set It and Don't Fret It powder. This stuff is my ride or die. You know it. It's a holy grail. I use it in every single video. If you're looking for a good setting powder to keep you matte all day, this one is fantastic. I personally haven't found a primer that is really good at mattifying for me. And the only really amazing one that I've heard of is Make It Forever, and I'm not going to buy Make It Forever because they're not cruelty free. So anyways, if you have a primer that works for you, just do it. Do whatever works for you. So start with a matte base, and then just add highlight and spray it with a mattifying, or not a mattifying, but something that will keep your oil at bay, whatever that may be. For me, that's the Urban Decay De-Slick Makeup Setting Spray. I tried the all-nighter, and personally I prefer the De-Slick. I've heard a lot of people say the De-Slick feels stiff on their face. I personally don't think that, so it's all just up to your discretion. They do have little mini bottles that you can try at Sephora and at Ulta. So, and I think those are only 14 bucks for the ones that you just try. So like I've said a million times, start with a matte base, add your highlight, because that way a lot of illuminating foundations and illuminating primers are really hydrating, and that's why it's illuminating, or oils. And a lot of the time well, of course we want our skin to be hydrated. We don't want over hydration. We don't want over oiliness, because then we're just gonna look like an oil. So we aren't gonna have this glow going. It's just gonna be girl, take your makeup off, it's getting oily, oil slick. Personally, nothing like that works for me, and I personally don't like putting on a illuminating primer or a liquid illuminator underneath my foundation or my powder, just because I'm gonna put a mattifying foundation and a mattifying powder on top of it, so it's kind of pointless. So my favorite things to use when I want a strong highlight is a Colourpop highlighter. Any of the Super Shock Cheeks. I personally love Stole the Show, and I love Lunch Money. I love all of them. They're a whipped, moussey formula. They're perfect. I love them. And then they're intense enough, but when I really want it, I will add either a pigment or my favorite highlight on top of it. Today you will see in the video that I used the Makeup Geek pigment in Sweet Dreams, I believe it's called. Where is it? Yeah, in Sweet Dreams, which it's amazing. So anyways, I will just use my favorite my favorite thing, and I really like layering specifically the Colourpop ones on top or underneath a powder one, because then it's just like double highlight. Like, it is just like boom. It's like using a liquid and then it's like using a liquid and then a powder highlight, but since it's a like mousse kind of cream formula, but not creamy, it like dries on your skin. So it's really, really nice for oily skin because it's not adding extra things to slide around, because while it does feel creamy when you put your like fingers into it, once you rub it into your skin, it dries out. So it's, I don't know, it works really, really well for me. So a Colourpop highlighter with any of your favorite powder highlighters work fantastically. My biggest thing when you want dewy skin but you have oily skin is to do your foundation routine like normal. Find a foundation that works really well for you. I'll list some of my favorites down below. If you have a primer that keeps your oil at bay, use that. If you have a setting powder, even if it's mattifying, use that. And then always, I recommend always setting your face with something that won't make you matte, but will make your oils not come out as quickly. You know what I mean? Highly recommend this guy if you have oily skin. It is like, oh, it's holy grail status. I love it. And then just another tip, you'll hear a lot of people say this. So I will highlight my cheekbones, my nose, my cupid's bow, and sometimes right above my brow bone, but I will not highlight my forehead or my chin just because that can start to look sweaty. So I think the nose, like, you just want to kind of keep the highlight in this general region of your face, you know what I mean? Because when you get it like all over your forehead and like literally all over your face, when you get it like all over your face, that's when you just kind of look like a grease ball. So that's another tip. Also, make sure you're taking care of your skin. Especially if you have oily skin, you want to make sure you're moisturizing before you're putting on your makeup. If you wash your face, you have to moisturize, and I hope you guys would wash your face if you're putting on this much makeup. Anyways, so just make sure you wash your face. I'll link my skincare routine down below. There are things that I've been absolutely loving, so those really help. It really helps to keep my oils at bay when I am up on my skincare routine. So take care of your skin, do your normal routine. Even if it's mattifying, layer up the highlight, except for on your forehead and like areas that can make you look greasy. Set it with a de-oiling with a setting spray that will keep your oils at bay. You're good. Anyways, that is kind of my like main tips for when you have oily skin but you really want dewy skin. So if you want to see the products that I used in this tutorial and like the full tutorial for this look, then just keep watching.